that's not Waldo. So that's another guy. Turtle Wolf was his trail name.
Turtle Wolf.
Yeah. And that was at the first lunch spot that I stopped at. Like, Waldo was there as well. So he was the second through hiker I met. That's Waldo.
Okay.
Yeah, and whenever I first met him, like I decided there just kind of on a whim to like start getting selfies with through hikers. And like ever since then, I got selfies with every through hiker that I met.
Very good. Yeah,
good.
you sent me a batch of pictures, and I'm like, nobody's wearing a mask, but I got over it.
Yeah, this is my first lunch spot. And it's a good little view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
that was my first like trail magic.
Oh, yeah, they leave those for the, yeah, was it cold?
Well, no, it was actually from Waldo.
Oh.
He was doing what's called the 24 challenge, where you try to hike 24 miles in 24 hours and finish 24 beers.
Oh,
the
fuck.
whole time.
Oh.
So he had an extra apparently, and he gave one to me. Like, sweet.
Well, just to carry that many's a bitch.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that he was slack packing. So,
What's that mean?
That means, like, somehow you're hiking a section of trail without the majority of your gear.
Slack.
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, someone usually drives your gear from where you are, like,
Okay.
to the end of your day that day, to a hostel or to a campsite, and just has your gear waiting for you, like at a certain time.
Yep.
Or like your gear will be like at a certain spot already, and then like you'll be driven backwards to where you left off, and then hike to your gear. Yeah. So you're just pretty much hiking like without the bulk of your gear, but yeah, like he had like nothing but crushed up cans in his backpack, so it seemed like he was slack packing. But yeah.
He had to save his beer as evidence that he drank that many? Or he
I
just
don't know
didn't want to
about
litter?
evidence, but yeah, he just packed it out.
Okay.
He didn't want to leave it, of course. So this is the second morning. So I didn't get any footage of this really, but I stayed at like the next shelter, and I met these four through hikers: Weatherman, Bounce, Classic, and Slug Juice. And then these two random girls who were like camping nearby, and then they actually sold them some acid.
Oh, fuck.
That morning. And so that was crazy to see. But I made sure I got selfies with them, you know.
Oh, shit.
But they like gave me a gear shakedown and stuff.
What's that mean?
Oh, that's cool.
Like they just had me go through all my gear and kind of went over like what
Do and don't need.
they
or-
thought,
yeah.
that I wouldn't need. So that was cool to kind of get some input from them.
Yeah.
And I remember the first thing that I noticed about them was the smell. I could definitely smell them right off the bat.
Oh, yeah?
It just smelled super bad, like through hikers did. Yeah, but this is like another like Civil War thing. I still haven't read it.
Okay.
Yeah, a little plaque. And then it's another Civil War thing in Maryland. I guess it's another Civil War thing. It's another Civil War thing.
Wow.
And that's just an old church thing, I guess.
Out in the middle of nowhere?
No. Like that was after like a road crossing. And so like there was like a road and I guess a town not super far from there. Yeah, that's another thing. And
Oh,
then,
that's cool.
Yeah, this is the George Washington monument.
Okay.
Tilt it down just
Yeah.
a little bit. There you go.
Like good.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that was a cool thing. Like it had a nice view.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Had all this like random rock stuff. But yeah, that was a cool view.
Really.
It was always cool seeing views like that didn't have mountains, because you could just tell that like you were on the edge of the Appalachian like mountain range. You know, that like from there on out it was either, you know, the Atlantic Ocean, you know, far out, or just the rest of the country looking west.
Hmm.
You know, you can just tell that there's no more mountains. It's pretty neat. This was a cool like bridge that went over some highway.
Hmm.
I got some footage of. This is like the first big bridge.
Okay. Like an interstate or something, huh? Yeah.
Pretty much Appalachian Trail ran along all the interstates, right? Or major roads, some of it.
No, it didn't go like along the interstates.
Crossed
but it was,
over 'em.
Yeah. Like it eventually had to, you know, cross stuff, so it did, you know. But yeah, but I think
What's that?
like
Letter?
this is my first like shelter logbook log that I like wrote in. So
Oh, cool.
I saw Waldo's log, and then
Is that yours under his?
yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, under that. And yeah, so that was the shelter that I was staying at that night, and I actually caught up to those 4 guys that I stayed with the night before, who were there for lunch, and I like saw them and hung out with them, and then they hiked on. 'Cause it was only like 7 or 8 miles, so they were still hiking on, but I just stopped there because I didn't want to push any bigger miles that day. And that was just the like last picture that I took of them before I like wasn't sure if I would see them ever again.
Did you?
But I did, yeah. all but Weatherman, actually. I met them like a month and a half or 2 later.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that
All
was
right.
really neat. Actually, another one of them I met earlier, like in Connecticut. And then, so these were 2 more through hikers who caught up to me at that shelter. That was BFG, which stands for Big Friendly German, because he's like a
Yeah, he's
really big German.
Oh yeah.
And the other one is Uncle Jim.
Uncle Jim.
Yeah. And he used to be apparently like really overweight, and he had like a big like bypass like surgery done to him to where he could
Oh.
like that just they took, you know, like a lot of the fat and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
How long had he had that done before he did the trail?
I forget, like at least a year.
Okay.
But he actually did like go on a hiking trip like not too long after the surgery.
Just to get ready for the trail? Yeah.
And he had a hernia
Whoops.
that like set him back and like really screwed him up.
Oh,
Apparently.
man.
So that sucked. But like he was a super cool character. He was fun to be with and stuff. And then there was another through hiker. I think I got a picture of the other guy, but yeah, it was a video.
Who's that other guy?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and it was raining
Hmm.
that day. It was like the first rain.
Oh wow.
You know you can't turn your phone sideways.
Yeah.
Last night here at the shelter, I had the best sleep I've had so far on trail after 3 nights. So hopefully it keeps on getting better.
that was the first rain. Have my umbrella.
Yep.